everyone, it is time for a new video, and today I'm going to be doing yet another 24-hour readathon vlog. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself to go hard and read 10 million things. At the same time, I'm in a reading mood and I just really want to read, and so I think we're gonna do some reading for sure. So let's talk about some reading plans. So the only physical book that I am officially saying I'm gonna read is Blackbird, which has a lot of authors. So it's by Sam Humphries, Jen Bartle, Paul Rainwand, Triona Farrell, Jody Wine, Dylan Todd, and Jim Gibbons. So I don't know anything about the plot really. It's just there is magic. It's set in Los Angeles. This is kind of the reason why I'm doing this in the first place, because I recently got this book. In my last video I unboxed like a package that I got and this was there. I really like the last vlog I made was really special, so I'm gonna link it down below if you missed it. I said there that I want to read it during a 24-hour readathon, and so that's what I'm gonna be doing, because I just, every time I see someone read a comic book in a 24-hour readathon, and like a physical one, it's so satisfying. And this will be the first comic book that I read in a physical format. I think I'm gonna start with this. I have been looking forward to it desperately for the past few days, so it's happening. And then in my last vlog, I told you that I was dying to read Cast in Firelight by Dana Swift and How to Find a Princess by Alyssa Cole, which I got in ARC of, which I also unboxed in that video, and I did not know it was coming and I lost my shit. I literally cried. So I did start both of these and I am really wanting to read them, but I don't want to put pressure on myself to read them, so we'll see. If you saw them on the thumbnail, it's probably happening. If not, it's probably not happening in this vlog, but you are going to be hearing my thoughts soon. The reason why I might not read them is because I said it in my last video, I basically just kind of finished an intense round of edits of my book. So I'm sorry I keep repeating that in each vlog, but I do have a book coming out. It's called Dare to Live, Dare to Love, and it's an adult romance. So links to that are down below if you want to like hear more about it. I'm not gonna spend ages talking about it right now, but it means everything to me, and it's just really sweet, romantic, fluffy, and super cute, and I love it. I love the two main characters. They mean the world to me. Anyway, because of that, I am not fully feeling still that I'm like in a physical reading mood, so I might end up reading ebooks and audiobooks, so I'm sorry about that. Hopefully no one minds, but hopefully, we are gonna read some good shit in here. So I'll go read and I'll talk to you soon. So I've been reading Blackbird, and like this book is so big it barely fits into the frame right now, but why is this here like this? I am in love with it, and I'm sad because I looked it up on Goodreads and I even Googled if there's gonna be another volume, and there's like no information anywhere, and I'm so sad because I need more. I'm not even finished with it and I'm like, I need more of this right now. So this book is kind of like a contemporary fantasy, I guess. It's set in our world, and there's this like there are these magical people and creatures and everything, but they hide from humans. And so the main character at the beginning of this book finds out that she can kind of see all the magical stuff that she isn't supposed to, and her sister gets kidnapped by this magical beast. And so she has to, like go on this journey with all these like magical people to rescue her sister and everything. And I love it so much. Like, for some reason, I didn't like have any like high expectations for like the plot and the characters and everything, cause like I love graphic novels and comic books so fucking much, but I feel like it takes quite a bit for me to like adore them and like get super invested in the characters and everything. But I'm so invested. I love the main character. There's also this guy who's like the magical guy who is just like so cool and hot, and I am so invested. There was also like oh my god, like I just, I went into this thinking, oh my gosh, this is just gonna be super pretty. And it's stunning. Like the artwork, like I need to show you more of it. This is the guy that I just mentioned. Like how fucking incredible. So I love everything about this. The art, this guy and the main character and everything, like I love it. I ship it also. And also like the whole thing of like the main character, what's her name? Nina is the main character. She has to, find her sister, and so a big part of this book is like the sister bond, and I love that. So yeah, I need to shut up. I'm gonna go finish it. I'm super sad that there's not any more than this, but hopefully another volume is gonna get announced soon. Hi everyone, so I finished Blackbird and I absolutely loved it. Nothing changed, honestly. There was a lot that happened in the plot. In the second half, there were like plot twists and different things. There's definitely kind of a cliffhanger. And like, it's not like the most intense one, or like, I'm not like feeling terrible about that, but I'm so sad there's no other volume, and I really, really hope that there is gonna be another one, because like I was just hooked immediately. Like you saw, like I already said it, like I was just so invested in Nina. I loved Clint, the guy that I mentioned, and just like the magic was so cool, and the art, seriously, like oh my gosh, like look at this, like how fucking gorgeous. Like I can't handle this. Loved it so much and so happy that I read it. And then I actually read the entirety of another like super short thing, and that was Hello Sunshine. And this is like a super cute little book that I ran into on Scribd, and I talk about Scribd all the time, and I always kind of say it as if everyone knows what it is, but it's an app and it's kind of like a library on your phone, and they have both audiobooks and ebooks, and it's the best thing ever. I adore it. It's changed my life. So a link to that, to a free trial, is always linked down below. I literally talk about it all the time because I use it all the time. They should honestly pay me eventually. Anyway, so this book is just basically a little book of like affirmations and just super cute like quotes that are illustrated with this really simple but like really calming art. And just I literally read it in like 10 minutes, and it was just really sweet, and a little bit of sunshine into my day, which I always appreciate, and I just really enjoyed it. I also gave that 5 stars because like while it was super simple, it was really sweet, like I said, and I appreciated it. And like if you just need some simple but really meaningful affirmations and some really nice cute art, like definitely check it out. Now I'm gonna go eat dinner, maybe watch some stuff for a while, but I'm actually feeling like I'm in such a reading mood. So even though I told myself I didn't have to read a lot, I might end up reading a lot. I need to figure out what I want to do next, but I'm really excited. Hi everyone, so I didn't expect to do an update so quick, but here we are. It is 7 p.m. and before I get into my update, I keep forgetting to tell you that I started around 4 p.m. So I'm going to try to go until 4 p.m. tomorrow. Once again, I am going to sleep. I just, I was thinking about it today, and I feel like at some point I really want to pull an all-nighter. But today's not that day. Like I said, I've been really exhausted, and I want to make this more like a self-care 24-hour readathon vlog as opposed to read every single thing I can readathon. But I did read another thing. I also feel like the sun is setting and the lighting is kind of nice. Now it's coming out from behind the clouds. was this really necessary right now? But hopefully it's okay. I feel like it's not terrible. The thing that I read was Love Her Wild by Atticus. This is a collection of poetry that I already read before, and it's I own all three, unless there's another one, books by Atticus. I also kind of miss poetry, because in case you didn't know, I love poetry, and I even have my own poetry collection, which I never really talk about, but it's a thing. So I want to read more, and so like I said, I kind of read this before, and I really like it. All three of his books are like, there are photographs in them. I just absolutely love photographs in books. Like, there's this, and I don't know what to show you, this. And there's something about illustrations and photographs that I just absolutely adore in books. Like, I think it's because I love books so much, and I also adore photography and like drawings and art. And so to have both in one is like the best thing ever. And so I love it for that. And there are some lines that I highlighted. And the thing that I've mentioned before with modern poetry is that a lot of the time it's really simple and straightforward. It's almost like notes, and not really poetry in the sense of like what you see in classical literature, or, you know, there's not a lot of like actual poetic things in it, in the sense of the language, like metaphors, and sometimes there aren't even like rhymes or any kind of language stuff like that. But I feel like with some poets and some collections, the meanings of the words hit me so hard that it's still impactful. And I do prefer a more poetic style of writing, which my favorite poet is Nikita Gill, who I feel like her writing is so stunning, but at the same time so meaningful and inspiring. But this was something kind of in between. Like, I don't love it. When I read it for the first time, I give it 4 stars, and I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars again. So it's not like exactly like a dream perfect poetry collection, but I still really like reading it. And just poetry for me is such a good way of like self-care, and even when I don't fully love it, it's still really enjoyable and like pleasant. And so I really liked this. So I do almost kind of want to read these as well, but I want to save it for later. I'm pretty sure one of these two was a 5-star for me. I have a lot of audiobook options, and I don't know if I'm not going to change my mind for a while and like start something different today, but I'll see. I'll figure it out. I'll talk to you soon with some more updates. Hi everyone, so I'm filming in a spot I don't normally film in, so tell me if you like this. But it's a nice day and it's time for some updates. So I ended up waking up at 11. And yeah, I got out of bed at like 11:30, and now it's 1:40, and I did read a little bit, but not a lot. So I might end up adding some extra time tonight, but at the same time, I feel like I shouldn't pressure myself too much. So if I finish the 2 things I'm about to talk to you, I might stop there, but we'll see. But I did read something yesterday and a little bit today, so I do have some updates. So I started Fable by Adrienne Young. I'm at 50%. I'm listening to the audiobook. It's on Scribd, and I really like it. I love the narrator. I love Fable, the main character. It's super fast-paced, and the plot is basically that it's kind of like a pirate story, and Fable wants to get away from her town and find her father. To do that, she basically ends up finding this ship and making this like deal, or I don't know how to call it, with West, who is like on this ship, and he doesn't want her to go on his ship. He doesn't want her to travel with everyone, but she convinces him, and things go on from there. It's a super fun, fast-paced book, and you might know that I do struggle with that a little bit. Like, when a book is super fast-paced and there's a lot of action and things happening, I tend to prefer kind of calmer stories and more focused on the characters nowadays. But I do love Fable and West so much, and I'm so invested in their romance. So far the romance, there hasn't been like much of it because it's definitely, I think, gonna be like a really slow burn romance, and it's not a standalone. I don't know if it's a duology or a series. I need to check because I do know that the second book is out, which I don't think I'm gonna read today, but I do think I'm gonna read it soon because I really like this. I don't know if anything's gonna happen with the romance in this book, but you know, it's kind of a little bit like enemies to lovers, and they're like super reluctant to, like, you know, he doesn't want her on the ship, and they're like suspicious of each other a little bit and stuff like that. So I think it's just gonna be a super fun slow burn romance, and I'm super excited to keep reading and finish it. So I'm definitely gonna finish that. And then I started Gentlemen Prefer Heiresses, I think is the name, by Lauren Heath. I have been really craving some historical romances lately, and this is a novella, and it's available on Scribd yet again. This one I have it available on ebook. There might be the audiobook, but I was surprisingly in the mood to read it in an ebook form. I just really wanted to read it because I recently read Scoundrel of My Heart by Lauren Heath. Absolutely fell in love. Like, I adored it, gave it 5 stars. It was everything I vlogged about it, so if you're interested in hearing more of my thoughts on that, it's gonna be linked down below. But I just was like, you know, I love this. I need to read more of Lauren Heath's books, and so we're doing that. And I did want to read like a long one by her, but then I was like, you know, I'm tired. I don't want to go too hard this readathon, and so I started this. And the plot is basically that the heroine is like a really proper, you know, lady, and wants to marry like a person with an heir. Not what the fuck. A person with a title. And the hero, of course, doesn't have a title. He's like the spare or whatever you call it, and so he's like one of the youngest sons, and so he doesn't have a title, but you know, sparks fly between them, and I think it's gonna be super fun. I don't think I'm gonna say much more about the plot, but it just feels kind of, you know, like a forbidden romance, like a light version of it, and it's just the chemistry is there already. I read only like, I don't know, 15%. And so since it's a novella, that was just really few pages, but I managed to get super invested already. So I think Lauren Heath might be on the way to being one of my new favorite romance authors, which makes me super happy. So this book is the 5th book in the series. Obviously they're all standalones, but I can see that like there was a couple that appeared there that I was like, yeah, I'm sure they have, you know, a book in the series earlier. But again, I just wanted to read it since it's a novella. I do try to, like, when there's an author I love that I know I want to read all their books, I do try to read them in order, but at the same time, this just felt really convenient and I was in the mood, so, you know, fuck it, we're doing it. And maybe I'll definitely go back and start at the beginning, and then I might read this book again. And yeah, so I'll talk to you when I have some. Hi everyone, so it's a while later, and I finished Fable by Adrienne Young, and I absolutely loved it. And I honestly don't really have any new thoughts because I feel like I kind of said everything that I could say about this book. I just thought it was a really fun, amazing fantasy, super fast-paced. I completely flew through it, and I love Fable. She's such a strong main character, and I love the romance as well. I'm really invested in it. Definitely slow burn, but we do get some content, and like, I loved it so much. I will definitely be reading the sequel very soon, and I'm so excited. So yeah, super happy I read that. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars, and I think unfortunately that's all that I'm going to be reading because it is quite late now. It is like past the time that I was supposed to read until, and while I could give myself more time, I am so beyond exhausted, and I just can't anymore. So I hope you don't mind that I'm gonna wrap it up here. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna have any new thoughts on Gentlemen Prefer Heiresses, because like, I just really think it's gonna be a super fun, emotional romance, and I think I'm really gonna like it. So I just today have not been able to function at all, and I just can really feel that I need a break. So here is your reminder. I think I already said it, but I'm gonna say it again. please take a break and take care of yourself. You deserve rest. You need rest. And just please try to take care of yourself and do something that is going to help you feel better. So yeah, I'm still really happy that I still read quite a few things, and they were kind of short from the most part, except for Fable, but they were amazing. So if you made it this far in the video, leave a orange, is there an orange? I think there is, heart emoji down below. I don't have any other creative ideas, so thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Bye!